Okay, so you want a little movie lesson? Independent movie lesson? So listen, I have made movies. I have amazing movies. I'm so proud of them. I love them so much. But I'm here to tell you some things like a story about Hollywood and independent movie making and unions and the Screen Actors Guild too. Oh yeah, let me show you my So sometimes I've been like flat. They're like, oh no, this is meant for misinformation. Listen to me. I have 8 years. I have 8 years worth of an email thread to show, hey, this is not misinformation. I have exactly like proof that you're like, oh, they systematically stall independent movies that are in any way, shape, or form combative with studio movies. Yeah, they do. And when there was going to be the big Writers Guild strike, there was like, oh, we're going to be on strike, and the Screen Actors Guild, Fran Drescher, whatever her name is, comes out and they put this whole thing out. Oh no, we're going to be on strike. Oh no, 1,100 movies you're not going to get to see. It was like 1,100 or 110 or some ridiculously low number. Nuh-uh, 1,100 movies you're not going to get to see. Try 14,000 movies. Try go look at who submits to Sundance. See, it's like 10,000, 14,000. Like it's a many movies that your friends in Hollywood successfully keep stunted and thwarted and halted so that you lose your momentum, so that you get all these stalls and all these things, so that you're just stuck world. They do it. I'm telling you right now, and I'll show you my whole thing. So 8 years. 8 years. I spent, oh, Lord Jesus. I was drinking, y'all. I started drinking because of the Screen Actors Guild. I'm not going to lie to you. And then I took my friend's thing, Regenerate. I could tell you a whole thing about that. And I never bought another bottle of wine again. It's like a miracle thing. Regenerate. Hey, ask me about it. But I'm telling you about movies right now and where I have been. So I am dedicated. Like a pit bull. You think you haven't seen me? Or you think like, oh, I forgot about her. Girl, I am holding on to it. I'm like, you ain't never gonna let go of this. But I do that in a loving way, aligned with God. So it's not mean. I'm just like, no. I'm not playing with the devil. I am not letting you take these. No. And so I got these movies, my dear movies, The Hammer, Eagle and Albatross, also my documentary. I own that outright. But I got them out of Hollywood, out of all the demonic. Y'all, are you paying attention? Are you paying attention? Okay, so I got my movies out, and they're in London with actual real blokes. There's some blokes. They had one distributor, one out of all the ones we researched. One pays overages to independent filmmakers. Shut up. Like, go ask them. Go ask all these filmmakers that have all these issues, and you're like, did you ever get paid? No, they didn't. So, long story short, I had 2 movies, right? Well, I have 2 movies. Please see them. The Hammer and Eagle and the Albatross. And, of course, my documentary. You know you love it. You love it. You can see it in my membership, by the way. So I had these. I'm super dedicated to them. And I'm protecting the people who have the points on the back end. You know when you make those movies and they're like, oh, we'll give you a point. Or like, we can't pay you, but we'll give you a point. Or maybe you did get paid, but you're given a point or whatever. And also all the investors, everybody who put up money, grandma, in some of these independent places, like you put up your house and stuff. So like in with your independent movies, I have friends that have done that. And so you put all your money in and you raised money and you gathered money, you sold things and you had cake, whatever, biscuit sales, whatever, to raise the money for these movies. The system does not give a hooty about your investors. Ain't nothing. They do not care. I literally had 5 Hollywood agents look at me like I had 3 heads when I was concerned about my investors and the people who had points on my movies. They looked at me like, why? I'm like, because that's the right thing to do. I mean, call me crazy. And they're like, oh, no, we don't do that. So there's this thing called a CAMA, Collection Account Management Agreement, for a collection account, which is a totally transparent collection account that is outside of Hollywood. They're in Finland. They're in Denmark. Actually, there's 2 companies that all the studios use, and rarely independent movies do it because they don't know about it or they don't feel that it's necessary, or whatever. And also because most people in Hollywood rob everybody. They have creative accounting. They have all kinds of ways to not pay you. And like, oh, we lost that budget. Well, we did that. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, that's not what happened. So I happen to have, thank you, Jesus, amazing mentors in my life and huge people high up in Hollywood that are like, don't come here. So I've been very protected throughout my life and given really great information. And one was to have cameras. So I have now two. I have two cameras. I have one on each of those. God bless America. It took me 8 years. Lord, have mercy on my soul. Because you have to get through the unions. The unions have to approve your camera, and that's the holdup. That's where SAG holds you up. Because if you're going to do it the right way, anyway, I have nothing nice to say about SAG. Nothing. Not one thing. Not one thing. So I'm going to be kind right now, and I'm not drinking anymore. Anywho, so a camera is weighted. So if it sells in Turkey, if it sells on the TV or whatever, it goes into one thing, and you can see. Like I just got the report. I was like, so now I have successfully have two cameras. Everybody's protected. It might take ages for it to play. Like, please see the movies. Now, like, watch it on all the different platforms. All of that money goes into one account, and then it pays the actors again. Ugh. And so it pays the actors again, and then it starts paying the debt that was not paid on some of them. This one's fine. Oh Lord, I love this one, but this one had some debt because y'all, we had a distributor. Listen, he had 27 filmmakers. Turns out, total fraud, total lie, complete lie. It was just like the Fire Festival dude. The Fire Festival was like, it's a film festival, blah, 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 blah. And meanwhile, it's not nothing. And it just took all their money. Well, this dude did the same thing, but with filmmakers. And so just on, random days, I was also working with the FBI to catch the guy and put him in prison. It's like, what, really? Is that another thing you're doing? Oh my God. Is that on my resume also now? Also worked with FBI to put frauds in prison. Good Lord. Like, can we have some fun? So that's what stalled in 2020, y'all. These were in the theaters and they were selling out. So this one is a special movie. Oh my God, that movie. So guess who owns the USA rights? Me. And the company in London, the distributors in London, 101 Films, they're the only ones that are honest, honestly. I mean, I can't believe it. I'm like, wow, this is cool. Took forever getting over SAG. Nothing nice to say. Nothing. Not one word. Nah, I'm going to be nice. Oh, anyway, I'm fine. I'm totally fine. Whew. I need bells, really. I just said Screen Actors Guild. I need bells. I need to clear the energy. Oh, we're back. We're cool. Whew. So I have successfully saved these movies. And so now they're in a camera. And I will tell you that if you're in Hollywood and you want to make movies and you're in that world, the next time you hear some actor that's like, I want to be a producer. I can only be in the movie if I want to be a producer. Ask them how many cameras they have signed by the unions and in the waterfall. Ask them that sentence. And they're going to look at you like you're crazy. They don't know what you're talking about. That's because they don't know what they're talking about. So now mine are in like a whole thing, like the bills are being paid, like it's a whole thing. So now all the money goes into it and it's a whole streamline. You can sign in and look at it. The investor's going to look at it. It's like, it's so fat. It's like, I did it. And the whole reason is that then you don't touch it anymore. You're not out there like creative accounting, stealing money. You go make another movie, which is what I'm doing. And then you leave them and they're set. Like, so now all y'all, I will be like, yay, see those movies, play those movies, whatever. And the money goes into cameras. And everybody's eventually taken care of. I mean, there's still bills to pay. And the investors to be paid back. Imagine paying your investors back. Ugh. I learned on my documentary, like I lost everything more than once, y'all. And you know what? It's not that I don't care, but I don't care. Because those creepy weirdos in Hollywood cannot buy me. I don't fall for that. I don't care about materialistic things. Obviously. You can't pay me to lie about some weird thing. You know what I mean? Nuh-uh. So this is why I protected my movies. It took me forever. This is why I was so dedicated. I'm like a pit bull. I will not let go because I did it for George. So that was I'm doing it for George, who is George Lee Martin, not the actor, the real dude, George Lee Martin. I'm this movie, George is, and so now it's protected, it's done, it's in the waterfall. Now they're 4 quarters in now, and it's like I can almost not touch it. I still have to manage it and like meet, I meet like once every quarter or whatever. But oh my God, bless America. I was in hell, y'all. I was in hell. This one almost threw me to the ground. Dealing with SAG, both of them, because they halted this forever, and then they started halting this one, and I started going viral on TikTok before I lost my account again because of my and I started going viral on TikTok, and I said to everybody CC'd, like in all of them, even the the payroll company, all of them were CC'd, and I was like, oh, look at this, I'm going viral on TikTok. I cannot wait to show the 8 years of proof I have in this email thread of how you systematically halt independent movies. It's going to be so fun to actually have some fun after this nightmare that has been dealing with you, SAG. And they went nuts. They went all crazy in the email. I said, oh my goodness. They CC'd my fancy lawyer. I have the fancy lawyer. That's George Clooney's lawyer. I mean, she's like, she's scary. I'm with her and people go, ugh. She's one of those. She emailed her, CC'd her, was like, oh my gosh, what do we do? Because I'm about to don't think I'm not going to tell you everything. And the lawyer was like, well, just approve the camera. That's all. We've been waiting for, 7.5 years. And you know what they did? About 3 months, like it was about every 3 months, like you're waiting for responses. And they would ask for the same piece of paper. Oh my God. Every 3 or 4 months, you'd ask for the same piece of paper. It became, did you see that movie Brazil? Or you think you're crazy? You're in a Twilight Zone. You're like, wait, what? Like, I just gave that to you. And then it became years. And then you think you're crazy. And then you start drinking. And then you're laying on the floor crying. And then you're just numb. You're just like, I can't give you the same piece of paper again. And then I tell my lawyer, I'm like, what is up with this? And the lawyer says, in this thread, y'all, oh, SAG does this. Really? SAG does this they do this to movies. They do this to movies, or they do this to independent movies? Oh, they do it to independent movies. Anywho, so I survived that. And I'm here to live to tell you, I ain't talking about it no more. I just don't. I don't drink anymore. I was saved, y'all. I got off the floor of SAG because finally I just told him, I was like, I'm going viral. I'm going to tell on y'all. And then I lost my account on TikTok. Oops. And then, whale hail. And so that's also why I literally won't shut up. That's why I'm going on the tour again. And I'm not talking about SAG on the tour. I'm going on tour to literally bring holy tent revivals. We're no shoes, no phones, no systems in your backyard. You call me right now. I love AngelaShelton.com. Sign up. Make sure you're on my email list. I put a lot of y'all that I knew you from ages ago, not ages ago. I still talk to you. I put all y'all on there, but I don't know if you're still on. Those of you who are like, wait, I'm not on there. Just be sure you're on the I Love Angela Shelton email. Because when you buy stuff on AngelaShelton.com, that's my marketing company. It's still awesome. I still write the emails and send it to them, but that's not like me. The Angela Shelton, the I Love Angela Shelton is me on tour. So when I'm rolling around, when I'm like, okay, I'm in Ohio now, and you got 1 week before I arrive or whatever, I'm going to be texting you and I'm going to be emailing you, only you all that know where we're going. Okay? You understand? So there's a reason for that. And so I just wanted to give you my update of like, where have you been? Where have you been and what have you been doing? I've been protecting my movies, y'all. And I can say it is Father's Day today. And in honor of my father, for those of you who knew, in honor of my father, I protected the documentary because of my mentors in Hollywood who told me exactly how to do it. Because they said, oh, if you have a documentary about CSA, it's going to get... You better protect that. You better protect that. And so I followed that all these years. So I have protected it. So you can show it in your theaters. You can show it at your conferences, whatever. Hit me up. You can get it all in my membership stuff. You have access to all that. And then these ones, I kept the U.S. theater rights. And I did that so we could have events together. Because the whole thing with me, listen, the whole thing with me is you're going to have fun. It's joy and laughter, y'all. It's a circus. And then for events, when I come to your town, You can have a screening at your VFW. You can have a screening at your library. You could do, literally, I own the USA theater rights. So the world is your oyster. We could do any kind of deal. Like literally, I'm like, I am the distributor for that. I'm like, oh, you got a bucket of celery? Let's go. So listen, I did that for a reason so that we are not stopped. We're not censored. We're not separated. I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you, and I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you. So this was my update of my movies and where have I been? I protected them, y'all. And it is Father's Day, and they are protected. God bless America. God bless the real father and your mama, the source of all things. These are protected, and that's where I have been. And also last year, when in January last year was when they were first officially like going, and then it was a year of like, okay, I'm reassessing my life because I spent 8 years like protecting these. So now what am I doing? I want to do my show. I want to give you all my healing techniques because you need them, and fun and laughter. Here we go. So I'm coming back, and I'm also doing another movie. Listen, I'm doing another movie, but I ain't doing it in the system. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. No, I don't care. I'll do it as a freaking car. I'll do it with little stick figures. Tell it like this. I'll just tell it. No. I love you. That's where I've been. That's my update on YouTube. Because I got kicked off of TikTok again. Jeez. So listen, I'm going to do puppets with little kids on TikTok. So I'm safe. And then in YouTube, I can come on here every day. And then Instagram, I'll start that up again. I've been ignoring it. I just don't like who owns it. You know what I'm saying? Ew, gross. Ugh. But I love me some Snap. I'm going crazy on Snap. I'm almost 50,000 people on Snap. So follow me on Snap. And my new TikTok, God love us. You know, I'm doing what I can. And then YouTube. And then hit me up. I love Angela Shelton to bring me and my movies to your town. Think about it. Think outside the box. I ain't living in no box. And I'm not messing with Hollywood and those demons. Nuh-uh, no. So there's a lot more fun things we have to do. Like having a fire in your backyard and talking to all your friends. Yeah. I love you.